All right, all right, all right. I don't know why my screen disappeared there for a bit, but I'm here. Oh, I have a guess. I have a guess of who's here. Yep, I definitely know who's sitting in here waiting. I will be back in just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Are you there? You posted a link to come talk to boring old me. Did you know that nobody likes me? I mean, I know I'm an odd duck. I know I'm an odd duck. I accept that. I've lived 58 years knowing that I'm almost 59. Yes, I've lived all those years knowing that I am an odd duck. And I needed it to tell me that? Please. Yeah, I logged on. I went live. I've got 5 people watching now. I went live and then I looked to see that I already had 3 people in here. I went over to check out its channel just in time for her to say, "Oh, I'm being sniped again." Really? I love the way she lied to her chat. She wasn't up here. So if she said she's being sniped 30 seconds after I went live. She wasn't up here. She was never on this channel, but she said she's being sniped. She's lying to her people. Imagine that. Her lying to her people. Yes, the grifter extraordinaire was lying to her people, saying that she was being sniped again. Imagine that. So, hey, I didn't call him over here. He must have heard that you were coming, and he ran over here to jump up on, and be my headrest. So sorry. But yeah. So she lied to her people to say that she's being sniped. Unfucking believable. So yeah, that's just hysterical. So, but yeah, she typically lies. I didn't listen to the whole stream, but I heard enough that, nobody likes me. Yeah, I wish I had the graphics so I could make, the tears come flying out. What? I'm boring. Um, well, I guess I should put up um some PayPal links. Should I put up PayPal and Venmo and a bunch of other links? Chris, I haven't blocked you yet. Don't start any shit here, okay? I'm aggressively saying that. Don't start any shit here, and you will not be blocked yet. Okay? I haven't blocked you yet. But yeah, I guess as all I'm boring because I haven't put up any grifter links yet. Um, she's got to start shit. Boo hoo hoo, Tara. Oh God, I said its name. Oh, may the power of Christ compel you. Oh, here, we'll pretend this is holy water. May the power of Christ compel you. The power of Christ compel you. I wasn't using the term aggressive towards you, Chris. But yeah, lying is second nature towards her. But yeah, that really got under her skin. Oh, yeah, you noticed with Bees Live the other day. Yeah, I said a couple things that were clearly directed towards her. Like my greeting. But we were all adult enough to, nobody said anything else about it. I'm sure everybody chuckled under their breath. They knew who it was directed towards. But she just could not stand that nobody came to her aid, nobody came to her defense because nobody gives a shit about her. So at the end, she just could not stand it and had to go in there and start talking shit. And then makes a community post inviting me to use my channel. She invited me to do something. She invited me, and yeah, she invited me to do something, but she could not stand that nobody made it about the It Show, and she had to say something and try to make it all about her on Bees Live. She did that. I didn't do it. Nobody else did. She did it. And she has to talk about disrespect. She's the one who disrespected Bees Live. Or am I wrong, Terry? Your opinion, you were there. Who disrespected Bees Live more that day? Everybody ignored what I said. Hey, Curls. With what? That wasn't in the live. I'm talking about in the live. I'm talking about in the live, Curls. That wish list was years ago. I'm talking about in Bees Live. That wish list was years ago, Curls. Yeah, I did dirty with that. I admit that. I did dirty with that. That was years ago. That was what, 2.5 years ago? I'm not denying that. Curls, do you want to come up on the panel? But no, I'm not denying that, Curls. I'm not denying that. That was years ago, though. I'm talking about on B's panel the other day. So yeah, I'm not denying that, Curls, not at all. That was years ago. I understand you're not cool with that. You would have to, well, I'm not going to say you have to. I would say the atmosphere that was going on at the time, I'm not saying that you would change your mind, your opinions would change. You have a different frame of mind because you've met her in person, you have a different relationship with her, the dynamics are different, a lot of things are different. I'm not going to say that justifies it. I'm just going to say that the perspectives are different. Is it fair to say the perspectives are different between you and I? And that was 2 years ago. I'm not going to say that makes it right. I'm just going to say that's 2 years ago. So hold on, let me grab the link. Chris, this link is not for you. I've owned my dirty behavior, Chris. Hey, Curls.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Let me I'm going to go in and I'm going to adjust your
I see
mic.
Rebrand Circle. I don't see her.
I'm sorry, what? Your mic is
I don't know if I should
really,
leave
your
and
mic is
come back
really low.
in.
Is
I'll just
Curls
wait a
mic,
minute and see.
no, is Curls
Like,
mic really loud
maybe
for
it's,
everybody?
and I can't see the chat, so I don't know what anyone's saying
Okay,
right
okay,
now.
hold on. Let me put the mic on the chat on the
Okay,
stage.
I'm going to try.
There, I
and
just,
go
I just,
out and come back in and see if that
no, no,
makes a difference?
no,
Because I
no,
don't see rebrand and I don't hear her. I only see her name, you know?
can,
So, okay, I'm going to leave and come back, guys.
okay,
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I see you. I see
okay.
you. I hear you.
When you're around back, there's a delay, and it took me a while to figure this out. There's a delay,
Oh,
and
I
then it
didn't know
takes,
that.
yeah, I think it takes about 10 seconds for it to show up on the screen. And it took me a while to adjust to that, and I still sometimes adjust to it. Um, but yeah, it takes about 10 seconds to adjust. And I did put the chat on the screen, so hopefully you can see that now.
I can't, unfortunately, with I'm on my phone and it's like the size of like micro wording. Even with my readers, I can't read it. So
Uh,
if
I'm
anyone
sorry.
if anyone asks like a specific thing, let me know, you know. But otherwise I can't see I see there's a chat. I just can't physically actually read anything. Maybe I
Yeah,
need more.
Terry's the only one that's chatting.
Okay.
I saw that Chris is in here.
Okay, yeah,
She's
I saw that.
Yeah, she's not really saying anything addressing the chat, just that she's done fighting with everyone. We
I'm
have
cool with that.
Yeah, we have 10 in the chat. I assume that most of Tira's chat is over here seeing if we're talking about her.
I
Um
don't know. I just knew you went live. I saw you'd gone live earlier, but I couldn't jump on at that time to say hey. And then I didn't get notified when Tira went live, so I was literally in her chat for a few minutes. So I don't know how long she was even live, if it was even that long.
right. I'm gonna put my avatar up right now. You know what? I went live, and then I popped over to hold on, let me put my avatar up. I popped over to while I was live, there was nobody here. And then I popped over onto her page, and just in time for her to say, "Oh, I'm being sniped again. I just got the notification." I never put her up on the up over here. So she was lying about that.
Yeah, but
She was
maybe if
face
she
lying.
got notified,
Right.
maybe someone just said, "Hey, someone's like playing your thing or watching it." I don't know. I wasn't there for that. I literally caught the like last couple minutes of her stream.
Yeah,
But
no,
and
she
listen, we can have different opinions on Tara. I respect everyone's opinions. I just want to make that clear. I know that I like Tara, and I know there's a lot that don't, but I still like Tara, and I still like other people. Like I adore Terry Lynn, and I don't want this to impact our friendship.
I
And I
expect you to, just because you and I get along and you come up here and we laugh and joke. I don't
Yeah,
care who you like. I don't expect you not to
right.
like somebody just because you and I get along. Okay,
Yes, and I'm the same way. I just have to say, like, I did not know. I've read Terry Lynn's community posts, but I had not read some of the comments. And then I saw one of the posts had like over 80 comments, and um, and I see your post, like your text or whatever, your comment. That's the word.
right.
And I will be honest, it rubbed me really wrong. Listen, I get not liking someone, and I know this was years ago, but I'm just finding out about it like yesterday. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, and I just, I personally, like, you need to know this. I know you put in that comment that you never saw anyone ask about that wish list. That's just not true. I both publicly and privately um, asked her to do a wish list. Now, I've done it a few times when it's been like around Christmas and her birthday. I know for a fact, and I know I'm not the only one that has done that. So I just want to correct that narrative that people think she's lying, that no one's asking her this. That's just not true. So, and sure, maybe there was a lot of stuff on there, but that doesn't. Here's the thing with wish lists and super chats: you have the power to either participate or not. But to go and then purchase everything, and yeah, she was excited. She couldn't believe it. She was shocked. She couldn't believe like her entire wish list would have been bought out because she wasn't looking for that. And I told her, put a varying degrees of like prices on there. And then people can pick and choose what they want. You know what I mean? And you didn't have to buy her anything. But then not only did you do it once, rebrand, but then you did it a second time. And I just find it really shitty. I just do. I don't want like I want us to be able to move beyond this, but I just have to speak my mind. I'm upset about that. And like it's not like something's gonna last forever. I mean, the thing is that it's a little bit heated more for me now because I'm just finding out about it, you know. So are you still there? Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay. So that's the part that I wanted to address with you. I really do see both sides of what's going on if we're specifically talking about Terry and Tara. I I can see both sides. I don't agree completely with both sides on how they see things, but that is their opinion, that's their perspective. And when that's how you feel, I'm not about to try and change how you feel. All I want to do is to be able to support my friends individually through this, you know? And I know that that's going to be maybe a little hard to navigate for a little while because feelings are raw right now and they're strong, and I understand why Terry's upset. I would be too if like a friend called me out and said I'm done publicly. That would have me in my feels for sure. But there's also things that I disagree with Terry, and one of the things that my probably, I guess I don't want to say complaint, but I guess like my main critique, and I talked to Terry about this, is that I just thought her comment about the memberships and Terry not putting out content was really unfair. And it really impacted other creators because creators that have memberships struggle to balance to be able to put out content and membership. And there's a lot of creators where you get no perks. There's some creators that the only perk you get is you get early release to a video, and that's it. Like, and I didn't think Terry was correct. She said it'd been weeks since Terry had posted something, and that just wasn't true. It had been like 2 or 3 weeks, so still within the month. And some creators only do monthly things. They do one thing. Some don't do anything. And I get everyone is different, but for me, when I do a membership to a creator, it is to support the creator because and if I get perks, that's great. But I'm just supporting the creator because they are putting out content or they're doing live streams, and I appreciate their content. And it's my way of showing that appreciation, because I know that it takes time to make videos and content. It takes time to do live streams, you know, and with live streams, there's other challenges. You've got the chat and, you know, just navigating all of that. And I just respect that. Listen, I don't want to be a creator. I have no desire, but I really do like supporting the creators that I really like seem to be drawn to, you know. And it's not like I have a lot of memberships, but the few that I have are for people that I have been supporting for a long time, you know. So I don't know what else to
Girls,
say
Terry says that, but Tara is lying on her. And she says,
about.
well, then she added in just now that 3 times now she has joined her members, and 3 times it's been shut off in the middle of the month. Now she's not doing anything for members.
Well, I say give it some time because there are creators right now that I know of that I also know Terry knows of that are going through some real shit in their life. And or there's mental health or there's health issues. And sometimes life happens and you can't always keep up. And trust me when I say these creators have a lot of guilt. They do. They feel bad that they're not doing more for their members, but it's not that they're doing it on purpose. They're still putting out content. Sometimes it's not members only content, but I still look at it as they're putting out content, you know, and it can be a short, but it's still content. It can be a post, but it's still content. At least for me, that's how I look at it. And I'm not taking away from Terry by any means because I really do like Terry. I'm I'm concerned. Like I don't want this to impact our friendship, because if I'm being honest, I have talked to Terry more probably behind the scenes than I have Tira. People have this misconception that Tira and I talked all the time behind the scenes, and that just wasn't true. That isn't true. Until like a year ago, I didn't have her phone number. It was always done through IG, and most of the time when I had communicated with her, it was, especially in the past, it was, when are you doing the live? What time? Are you still going live today? Stuff like that. You know, it wasn't, or I'd be like, hey, how you doing? I'd maybe give a suggestion of like a video idea, but that's, you know, it wasn't like, it was very, I guess, superficial for a while there. I don't mean that in a bad way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, we, like, I was friendly with Tira, but I wouldn't have said until like a year ago that I could say that Tira and I are like good friends now. Do you know what I mean? And that's after just taking time to get to know people. And before, like, I want to be able to give that friendship. And so I I know people don't agree with Tira. I know Tira's not for everyone. Tira is not perfect. I have called Tira out on things both publicly and privately. I I don't do this ass pat, and it frustrates me that that word was used, because I don't know what that means. Like, what do you want me to do? Do you
Which
want me
word?
to stop supporting Tira? Like, that's what I don't understand.
No, which word?
Ass pat. That's been said a few times by a couple of different people, that a lot of Tira supporters, like, just give her ass pats. Like, we never hold her accountable. This is an adult. Like, I don't know what you guys want from us,
Okay,
especially
okay.
specifically me.
Time. I'm putting the time
Okay.
outside.
Okay.
Okay, first
Okay.
of all,
Fair.
Chris just said she flat out lied about my mental health and other lies, but because of my own actions, nobody would believe me. Terry said Tara has said her homegirls have all said I've been moving funnies for months. Are you a homegirl, Curls? Chris said
I'm a
Terry.
homegirl, but
Hold up,
don't
hold up, hold up,
don't
hold up.
include me in that, because I don't
Hold,
feel the same way.
okay, hold up. Terry said, or Chris then followed up, Terry, I've tried so hard to tell you. She was talking shit for so long. And then Terry said, Chris, I have never lied on you. Okay, now let me say, for the longest time, I've gotten grief because I've talked shit about all the bullshit that Tara has done, you know, and you know, the grifting and everything like that. And you know, they came down on me, not hard, but you know, they all kind of, you know, be included, be Terry, they all kind of gave me some grief about it, and I just finally shut up. So I heard Tara say that tonight, you know, they never said anything about this before. Now they're coming out of the woodwork. That's not true. I always was saying shit, you know, and then it's like, okay, I'm just gonna shut up because they don't want to hear it. They just got there. It's what anything I have to say, nobody's going to hear it until they finally see it for themselves. So
You
I
see,
kind
but
of
for me, I disagree with you on rebrand. I do listen to people. I am big on that. Yes, do I have my biases? I do, but I really try to check them and try to see a situation without like putting emotion in it, so I can make a clear like decision for myself on how I see things. And so for like rebrand, you and I are just starting to get to know each other. I really enjoyed coming up on your panel. I don't want some of that to stop, but I can't in good conscience just act like I didn't see what I saw and have some feelings about it. I wouldn't be true to myself, and there would, you would feel tension between us. You know what I mean? And so, um,
I knew you
I
were
don't,
friends with Tira. I never said anything. I you know, and even when with them, you know, in B's stream, I didn't say
yeah,
shit to Tira because I don't talk to Tira. I
yeah.
want nothing to do with her. I didn't talk to her. I'm gonna make a comment here and there, but I'm not gonna talk
And
directly to
and
Tira.
you have that right, and I
Yeah,
don't have any problem with you wanting to put what you feel and what you think and what your opinions are. Totally respect that. May not agree with everything, but totally respect it.
hi Chicago. Welcome to the chat.
Shy.
Yeah, I'm kind of losing track of what's going on in the chat here. So sorry if I miss anything. And
Well,
welcome
and
to.
if you need me to just stop so you can catch up with the chat, go ahead.
Well, we're having some good. If there's anybody that wants to come up in the chat, except Chris, not you. Don't take it personal. Don't get mad. Don't take offense to it. You know why we don't want you up on the panel, okay? So don't get mad about that. But Chicago, do you want to come up here and say anything? Brooke, do you need to come up here and say anything? Chicago? I'll put the link up there again.
I was going to try and make it to your stream earlier so that we could talk about this, but I couldn't make it. And then when I saw that you went live and Tears has ended, I was like, I'm going over. Let's try to have this conversation because I don't want it to come off like and sometimes when you're like typing out comments, you don't always know the tone and stuff. So
Right.
I started to try and type stuff in chat. And then when you said, do you want to come up? I was like, that would probably be easiest. And that way you hear my tone and it's easier to convey. That's all.
No, I agree with that 100%. That's why I opened it up for chat. No, Tara invited me to talk the fuck shit. She brought my name up. She started talking shit on me. She put a post up talking shit on me on her panel. You know, I opened it up. I wanted people to come in and we could discuss this. You know, it's like,
Well,
okay.
I think she's upset because she just found out about the comment that you left in Terry Lynn's stream. And I don't know where this 10K, 20K, 30K is coming from because that's just
I
not.
didn't say that. I didn't. I'm not the one.
I know you didn't. I'm just saying Terry mentioned that and in one of her posts, and it's like what I do know, and don't quote me on if I'm getting this all correct, okay? But part of what was going on during some of that, so like you might have seen like a PayPal pool that was like a ridiculous amount for like whatever reason. Let's just say for Coca-Cola fund.
I think all the clips for all those PayPal funds and stuff. I think all those clips with those numbers are posted all over on.
Right, but that wasn't numbers she received. Okay, you can put like a fund for $10,000, and that does not mean she received it. She didn't. She hasn't received anything in total near 10G. Okay.
Ask for those numbers. That's still pretty fucking arrogant to ask for those numbers. That's crazy.
Yes, but what you need to understand during that time period, the Krama community, like Natasha Cooper and others, were doing these like crazy PayPal pools where they were purposely as like, I don't know if it was to joke around, but they weren't serious. They would put like a crazy amount of like as the goal, and then put like a funny like reason like for, French fries or something. And that was just something that was going on in the community at that time. And Tira tried doing that same thing, but she never, ever, ever got that kind of money. And some of those PayPal pools that were like for high amounts, for like really high amounts, were just not, she wasn't expecting anything near that by any means. It was just more joking around for like, yeah, I'm going to put a $10,000 PayPal pool for a Coca-Cola fund because that like that's rational. It's not. It's just being, I don't know, goofy. And you cannot like it, but I'm just saying that's what was going on during that time period. It's not like she put these PayPal, like some of these really large amounts because she expected to get it,
Hold on a second, Curls.
Sure.
As for the sniping and TOS, I see other channels with hundreds of thousands of viewers doing that on other channels. So it's not entirely against TOS when you're doing commentary on it.
It is if they're live. Now, what you can do is if Tira was live, you could don't quote me on this because I'm not a creator, but I believe you can, let's say she's been live for like a half hour. You started at the beginning and you give commentary. But if you're like sniping her as she's going live, that really is against terms of service.
Okay, and as for the other thing, I will not have her lives on my channel because she's not interesting enough to be on my channel for a live. So there
And you know
is
what? It's your channel. You can run it the way you want. Absolutely.
right, but the other thing is when I came live here this evening for right now, where all you fine people are here except for Tara because I know she's watching. Uh, as soon as I went live, I went live here while I was waiting for a couple of people to get here because Terry said she was going to post on her community tab that I was live.
Yeah,
I
because I
popped
was going to go on. I was going to be in Terry's live. If she would have gone live tonight, I would have gone. I would have been in her chat.
right,
Um,
but while I was waiting for her to put up her post, I popped over to Tara's channel right as she was saying, "Oh, I just got notified. I'm being sniped again," referring to me.
well,
She
maybe someone told her. I'm not saying like she got
no,
it right.
no, she said she got. I could go back there
Like a
and
YouTube notification,
she said
or
she just got notified that she is being sniped again. She's going to have to shut down. Okay, she's lying because I did not have her channel up over here at all. She is lying. She's saying she got a notification that she was being sniped again. She was lying to you all. Every one of you that was over in her channel saying that she's lying.
fair enough. I like I said, I came in right at the end of this, and I didn't know if someone was, and I didn't know who she was talking about at first. Like, who's sniping you?
I
And
don't
then
know when I set up for this second live, Chicago. When I set up this second live right here, she said, when I set up this second live here right now for this live right here, she said on her second live, the redo, that she just got a notification that I was sniping her. I was not. She was not on here. I did
I
not
believe you.
start this
I
live. No, Chicago's in the chat here saying that I did, saying that I'm lying, telling me stop lying. You rewind this live right here, you will not see her on this live at all. There is nothing on this.
I believe you, Rebrand. I have no reason to doubt you. All I can think of is that
No
I don't
idea,
know how she got.
Chicago. Rewind this live. I did not have her on this.
Did you have any audio on?
No.
Okay. Well,
Even if I had the audio on, even if I had audio on, she was not on this live. In fact, no.
I totally believe you.
No. In fact, no, because Terry said I can't hear anything, and I think I typed it in the beginning of the chat. I said I have it muted because I'm listening to something elsewhere. Yeah, that's right. Remember that, Terry? I said I had it muted.
I saw that in your comment when I first came into your chat because I scrolled up just to see who was in chat, and I read that. I saw like your comments on that.
I said I had it muted because I was listening to something elsewhere.
Well, that's not sniping. So, I mean, that's just not. All I can say is Tara may not be lying. She may have been told by someone. She may have been notified somehow. She was notified somehow. I don't know by who or if it was YouTube or whatever. So, her getting notified, if someone's saying, hey, someone's sniping you, she's probably taking them at their word for it, maybe not realizing you really weren't sniping because you can't break TOS if you haven't done anything. So, I feel like that's just like a mute point because there's nothing further to discuss. You didn't snipe. Tira got the information wrong. That's it.
This is crazy. She's lying because for this second one, I did not. She was never up on here. She was never up on here.
And I believe you. I just do. Like I have no reason to doubt like because I could rewind back if I thought like you actually had. You know what I mean? So I believe you that you didn't show anything and that's not sniping. You listening to her while you're live, but you're not talking, you're not playing audio, you weren't playing her videos. Unless I'm wrong, I don't see where there's any like sniping issue. Like you're allowed to react to what she had going on as long as you're not playing her stuff. You can say, yeah, she just said this and this is my thoughts on it. I don't think that breaks TOS because you're not showing anything. You're just giving your opinion. But I'm not a creator, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah. Wow. And Chicago, didn't Tara talk shit about you and the gift you gave her? How'd that work out? And you're buddies with her now?
She's not. Chicago and Tira are not friends. They have not been friends for a very long time. Yes, we all went out to lunch, but that was because B was in town, I was there, and we went. B and I wanted to go see Tira, and Chicago came with. It was a nice lunch. It was a friendly lunch. Those two can still be civil with each other, even though they're not friends. But they're just not friends. They're not. They just point blank are not friends. They will both tell you that.
Yeah, there was a live before this, Terry, and for like 5 minutes, I had Tira's live running on here for like 5 minutes.
Oh, so you did have it running for a few minutes.
For like 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Like that was on the other live.
that was on the other. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was on the other live for like 5.
Okay, well, still, so basically, it still happened. It just wasn't this live. And
correct. It was yeah.
Okay.
It was on the other live.
So she's not lying then. Like it may have not been this live, but if you sniped her on the previous live, then you still sniped her, rebrand.
That was on the other live. We're talking
Yes.
about this live. We're talking
Right.
about this live.
Right. Okay, but on the other live, was Tira live at that moment? Is my point. If she was live and you were playing her for a few minutes while she was live, that is technically sniping. I'm just letting you know.
But yeah, but that was the other live. That was the other live. We're not talking about the other live. We're talking about this live. We've been
Okay.
this conversation has been about.
So wait,
this.
so Tira had 2 lives. Did she have? Because I saw when I finally came in, it said like part 2 or something. Did she like have to drop on the first one? Did she get dropped and then she started another stream?
She dropped and started a second stream.
Okay.
My first live started at 8:30. And then this live just started 47 minutes ago. Started 47 minutes ago. This is my second live also.
Okay, but to be fair, you did technically snipe her. It just wasn't it wasn't the second video. So you saying I absolutely didn't snipe her, maybe not on that video, but you did on the previous one.
No, I said I did not snipe her on this live. I've been saying that. I did not snipe her on
right,
this
but
live.
on the previous live you did, is my point.
Yeah, on the first live. Yeah, my first live started at 8:30.
Right, but if you still played her while was she live then? I guess that's my question. I'm confused because if you did play it 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever it is, and Tira was live at that time, that is technically sniping. I'm not upset with you about it. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, yes, I'm not denying that. On my first live, I started at 8:30, and then when she went live, I went and played like 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not denying that, but we're talking about this live.
Yes, but I'm just saying maybe Tira was talking about the other live. Maybe she thought because you went live again, you were going to snipe again. Maybe that's what she thought. And that's why she seemed upset. I don't know. I literally was in there for like less than 5 minutes. I don't even know if it was that long. And then she ended the stream. So I missed a whole bunch of it. I just, I don't know what else to say. I'm not trying to like argue or be, I don't want it to be an argument, a discussion. Yes, maybe a little heated at times because we each have our opinions, but I don't want to argue about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no.
Although I guess I kind of sort of am arguing. Sorry.
No, the whole point I was making though is that on her second stream, when I started this live, on her second stream though, when I popped over there, while I was waiting on this one, she said, she told everybody in her stream that she just got a notification that she's being sniped. She was lying because she was not, at least by me, she wasn't being sniped, but she did that as soon as I went live. She told everybody that she was being sniped. That was a lie.
Well, maybe she meant the previous live. Do you know what I mean? That I'm just saying, maybe she like kind of did it all. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I feel like I'm being unfair, like trying to argue something that I did not actually witness. And so I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that there might have just been a little bit of, I don't want to say mix up, but maybe she meant the other. Maybe someone said Rebrand went live again and she thought like you were going to snipe her. I don't know. I'm not in her brain. This is just me thinking out loud on why she may have thought that. But I personally do not think she just said it to outright lie, that she was like lying on you on purpose. If she was notified, either someone told her and she's taking their word for it, or she is thinking about your previous stream and maybe thought with you going live again that you were going to snipe her going live again. I don't know, Rebrand. This is just like, I can't speak for anyone. Like, it's just my observations of the possibilities of like what could have happened.
Wait a second. Heather, what do you mean by that? Hold on, Brooke. I want to ask you that too. Heather, my first stream, I started at 8:30. Tara didn't start until 9. My second stream, I started, I think, a half an hour, or no, I don't think it was till like, it was well after Tara started her second stream. And I only started it because Terry wanted me to start a stream. And we were getting everybody in here, and I did not stream any of Tara's second stream.
Okay.
So that's
I
what
believe you. I totally believe you. I totally believe you.
I'm addressing Heather's comment right there.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm addressing Heather's comment right there. Let me hide that. Brooke's comment right there. When you came
you're gonna have to read it because I can't read. I'm sorry.
Brooke's comment says, when I came in, I was denying it. Are you Brooke? I'm denying that I sniped the second stream. Tara, when I started my stream here, when I started this stream right here that we're in right now, while I was waiting for Terry to post on her community post that I was live, I went over to Tara's stream to wait. And as soon as I popped in there, Tara says, I just got a notification that I'm being sniped again. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, but I don't think she blatantly lied. Someone notified her, you went live again, you already sniped her on the first stream, so she maybe just thought, or whoever notified her thought that's what was going to happen.
Okay, but Tara specifically said, I'm getting sniped again, I have to shut down.
Well, that's because I could see someone commenting saying, hey, T, just an FYI, Rebrand's live again, and maybe they thought you were going to snipe her again. I don't know. And so Tira's going based off the information she's being given. I don't know what kind of notification she got. And, and unfortunately, you did snipe her on the first one. So it's fair to think that maybe you would have sniped her on the second.
Well, you know what? If she made that assumption, that's one thing. But she told everybody that she just got a notification, she's getting sniped again. She has to shut down. She left all her members thinking that she's getting sniped again. And that's trying to tell everybody that I was doing something that I wasn't. That's, to me, that's a lie.
Okay, but Rebrand, come on, you did on the first stream, so it's fair to think like you went live again. She's gone live again, where people might have thought like, oh, Rebrand might be sniping Tira again, and someone reached out to her. I don't know who notified her. I mean, a notification could be a text message, an email. I mean, it could be from YouTube. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't, I'm not comfortable with you just saying Tira blatantly lied and did it like for zero reason and just wants to lie on you, because I don't think that's how it went down.
Okay. I'll accept that we're basing it off an assumption.
Yes. And I'm just making some assumptions here too, because I wasn't there for all of it also. You know what I mean? So
Okay. Can we all can we accept the fact that I did not snipe her the second time?
yes, absolutely.
Okay. B's here. B's here to yell at me.
I don't want to
Hey,
yell
Miss
at
B.
anybody. I don't want to yell at anybody. No, I don't want to yell at anybody.
Okay. Everybody except Chicago is willing to accept that I did not snipe her the second
Oh, I
time.
got to turn I'm sorry. I'm a bad person. I didn't mute myself. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to being on the other side of this, you know.
Okay, hold on. Before everybody talks. Okay. I am fully admitting that I sniped her for, I don't know, it was like 5 minutes the first time because she pissed me off and she put a post up on her community post telling me, trying to tell me what to do. I'm not putting her content on. I'm not putting her content on my page. I was never intending to leave her content on my page. So, there is that, but believe what you want to believe. So I'm not leaving her boring ass content on my page anyway, because it has no interest to me, and who cares? So yeah, whatever.
Well, okay, but Rebrand, that's a little unfair because you must care a little. I get this was years ago, but for you to do it not once but twice with the wish list, like you have obviously some feelings about Tira that you really don't like. Fair enough. But you what did the intention then of like purposely messing with her. And I don't understand that. And I know this was years ago, but you have to realize I literally just found out about this yesterday. I didn't see your comment and I had some feelings about it. I was like, you just seem so proud of yourself and you admitted you would do it again. And that is just, it's not cool. It's not cool for any creator that's putting out wish lists. You don't have to purchase anything. You have that right. So to clear it out, and then Tira thinks she's getting, like, she was shocked. I can't express that enough. She could not believe that the wish list had been bought out because no one expected that. I just thought it was a mean thing to do.
It was a mean thing to do. All I could say is I don't have defense. I mean, I did it. I admitted to it. It was years ago. I don't remember the full context of what made me or sparked me to do that. So, I'm not defending it. I did it. I'm admitting to it. I'm admitting to my dirty. It was a couple years ago. I do not remember the context that sparked me to do that. I can say I've never done that. I've never felt the need or the urge to do that to anybody else. Something sparked me to do that, and I don't remember what it was, but something sparked me to do it. So I do remember that there wasn't one thing on there for her kid at that point in time. I do remember that specifically. Because if there was anything on there for her kid, I would have left it.
I thought there was maybe that was on the, I thought there was stuff for, maybe that's a different wish list I'm thinking of.
Yeah, because if there was anything on that list for her kid, I know I would have left that. Because I have a soft spot for kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, I admitted to my dirty. I admitted to it. It is what it is.
I appreciate you admitting to what you've done. However, I just, this is all new to me. I'm behind on a lot of things, but I'm aware of that part of it. And it's concerning that you did it, but it's more concerning that like you admit to it, which, okay, I guess that's a good thing. But then it kind of had that connotation that you had there's no remorse, and that's fine to some degree too. it's painful for me, and I don't mean like because it's Tira. Let me take Tira out of the equation, but the way I see it is like there's a homeless person on the side of the road in the freezing cold, and you threw cold water on them on a freezing night, and that's just my, it's not even about Tira. It's kind of like I don't know anything about the Popcorn Live. I didn't see it here. The first I know of it is right now. But people are encouraging it, and like and I understand the hate for Tira. I'm not trying to. I'm like, I probably even less than Curls, but the standing up for her and all that stuff. But it's just,
well, I wouldn't. No, it's not hate because I don't vehemently hate anybody. But you know that if somebody tries to help themselves, I will try to help.
yes.
When somebody is just a blatant, no, there's a
See, that's your opinion, Rebrand, and I just have to disagree. Now, can Tira have, especially, we can definitely critique Tira that she could be doing things differently, all of that. But at that time period in her life, that
Yeah.
was out of her control. Like, I'm just saying. And she did have, like, yes, she was getting evicted, but she also found another place to live. So even though she had stuff on the wish list, it's not like she didn't have any place to go at that moment.
My biggest thing
If
about
I'm
her grifting, her wish list, her whatever, a lot of it was done in jest to the people who
Yes.
come at her about it, and it really wasn't even a legit fundraiser, or even, I don't know how to express what I'm saying. Like half of that stuff that was and who has screenshots for 5 fucking years? I'm sorry, but go ahead.
yeah, I know.
That kind of blew my mind. I'll be honest with you. I'm
I
like,
have a screenshot on that.
No, not you.
The video of the screenshots was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're
Steph
out of
put
here.
out a video of all these receipts.
Yeah. Anyway, so but but I don't know. But on the wish list and the PayPal links, the memberships, any way that a creator, or some are non-creators, but mostly creators, any way a creator puts out a pay link, or I mean, I have a Amazon wish list somewhere. It's in my channel links on my page. It's been there for I don't know how long. Anyway, it's not saying I need, and I understand Tira's different on some of these things, but nobody has to click those links. Nobody has to purchase one thing off of there. Nobody has to send a PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. It's not required by anything. So that's where I find the difference
I
in.
said the same thing.
She can ask for the moon, but you can walk right past her and just don't spit on her when you walk past. It's kind of, I don't understand like why people are so concerned. And I mean, if you gave or bought a membership and didn't get what you were looking for from me or from anybody else, there's a way to cancel that and back out and keep on moving. So it's for any of us creators. There's so many of us that have our Cash App, or because YouTube takes a big chunk of things. So that's another part.
Like I said, I don't remember the context that was around that, but something that she had done, all I can say is it's something that triggered me. It triggered something in me. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was, but it just triggered the fuck out of me.
But you did it twice. I'm just
Wait, that's
from your own account.
Wait a minute. It was twice in like probably a 24-hour period.
I understand, but like
was
once
you still did it a second time. Like, okay. I don't want to get upset about it because I'm really trying to move on.
Rationalize that it wasn't just like a oops. I was a little upset, but I don't know.
No.
But then this stuff about here in Chicago are not friends. I don't know how anybody. I've been saying it for I don't know how long. They have been so adult about the situation. Yeah. I am such in the middle. I like Rebrand. I like Curls. I like Chicago. I like Terry Lynn. I like Tira. I like everybody involved, and it makes it so difficult to navigate. So that's when I said, okay, just on my channel, give me the piece in my channel. And then I realized how hard it is for y'all. I understand. Like some are not there. Some are behind the scenes, messaging me or something because they're not going to comment on the stream or this or that or that, you know. And I realize how difficult it is, but I don't know how to navigate this situation being in the middle of like 5 to 6 people.
Well, I've tried to like for me, then it's going to be up to the other person. But for me personally, and I know you are like this too, B, but I'm speaking for myself right now. I can easily separate my friendships and not have to like involve others. Do you know what I mean? Like I can be friends with Terry, I can be
No,
friends
I
with
can do
Kira,
that
and I can.
separately. I think being the content creator, it's a little bit harder.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know what that's like.
No, I can do that. Like I'm not upset. I'm not picking sides or upset with anybody on
Same,
here or there.
same.
But when it comes to being on, a creator, being in the middle of it is more.
Yeah,
I
it's probably
realize
more
you're in the middle
challenging.
as a sub. I get it, but
Yeah, yeah. Well,
and
and that's
then
why I wanted to come when Tears Live ended, and I had gotten the notification that Rebrand had gone live, and I was like, well, I'm going to go over there, and I just want to have a conversation and let's clear the air because I want to. For me, I want to be able to move on from this, and not have it like festering, if that makes sense. And I'm not the best at confrontation. And I'm trying. Like in 2025, I changed my tune. Like when I'm feeling something, especially like if I didn't care to rebrand, I wouldn't be having this conversation, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I,
That
you know, I really have enjoyed getting to know you and seeing you in chats. I mean, I've been seeing you for years in chats and stuff, and we've not maybe not always seen eye to eye and stuff, but we've never had it where like it was a problem. You know what I mean? And I really enjoyed coming up on your panel the other day, even though I know I was like sidetrack Sally in the chatterbox of like talking like 300 miles an hour. I got to learn to slow down. But I did enjoy our conversations, and you had me laughing so hard a few times, um and so yeah, when I saw the comment, it really disappointed me. It did, and I get it was years ago, but I'm just finding out. Like a lot of us are just finding out about this because there was rumors of other people that were thought that had done this, and that's the problem with the rumor mill, as we have seen go across YouTube. People are like the stock accounts and stuff. People are always trying to figure out who the heck they are,
well,
and
it's better that
that
you learn now than it being blamed on somebody else. So well, I'm glad you found out it was me now than letting somebody else be anonymously blamed
I
for it.
and they
yeah
have been.
So
yeah
That has been blamed on
I haven't heard anybody else being blamed for it. If I had heard somebody else or it was mentioned in chat that somebody else did it, I would have fessed up sooner. So, yeah.
No, Roadhog and Michelle and Jenny Lee have been blamed for that repeatedly. Like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
dropped off because people stopped talking about people, but they were blamed for that.
I haven't heard it because, I really haven't gotten involved with your chats really until last year. So I haven't heard others getting blamed for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but this was also a couple of years ago, so that's when it was really like more of a topic at that point. And now it's being brought up again only because of your admission. That's all. So
yeah, and I didn't really start getting involved with this community's chats really regularly until this past year. Until
yeah.
I think
yeah,
you've
really definitely been more active. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I really started getting heavily involved with this community's chats until the Squid Ink episode happened. I'd say that's really when I really started getting involved with this community. Does that sound about right, B?
See, I didn't know you. I'm gonna be honest. When I read that, I was like, I didn't even know you were around Tears community at that time. I mean, this is honesty. I was like, I don't recall you being there during that time. So it was very shocking to me that you were the one who did that because my time is a little skewed with what's. Huh?
I was lurking around. I knew of Tara when I was in Crazy's chat, you know,
Fully.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
because that's
you know,
where I kind of, I feel like
Maybe that-
I really started to get to know you was through Coley. You know,
well,
that's
that's
when
the first I seen her too.
yeah. Hmm.
But I just didn't realize that. I don't know. I guess I mean, you know, Coley's Coley, but I just didn't realize that she was around. My brain wasn't computing that that was happening back there.
Right, right. Yeah,
yeah, I was always
I know
trying to
I've seen
like,
Rebrand for a
yeah.
while. I just don't recall seeing her in Tara's chat, you know?
No, I didn't hang around in Tara's chat. I mean, I had seen her pop up. I saw Coley talking about her,
So do you
and
think you did it for Coley? I mean, like what?
no,
I mean,
no. I was always like, just ignore, ignore, you know. But I had checked into Tara. I watched a bunch of her videos, and you know, it's like, oh, you know what my opinion of Tara was, and I was like, this is nuts. And then watch a little bit more, and you know how some people just get under your skin. She climbed up and she made a home under my skin, and
she does
it
a
just
lot of people.
festered.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say she does have that effect
yeah,
sometimes, you know.
it just festered, and you know it just festered. She was the itching powder, you know, and it just hit the wrong way, you know. But when it came to Coley and Roddy making videos, I'm like, just ignore it, ignore it. Because I saw what it was doing there, and I'm like, ignore it, because I was trying to keep the drama out of Coley's chat, you know,
Well,
trying
good
to
luck with that.
keep, well, well, yeah, that didn't work, you know, you know, and then, you know, it is what it is, you know, not my proudest moment. Well,
Okay,
not
but
always.
I feel like in that comment on Terry Lynn's community post, you were pretty proud of yourself. That's just my take
Yes.
on it. And it was words. I mean, it was typed. It wasn't your speaking, but I took
Well,
from
she
that
said she'd do
comment.
it again. That was the disconcerting part for me. That was the thing that that
Really, I
really
mean, if
upset me.
you
Like,
still feel like that, that's on you. I mean, I'm not here
right?
to
Like,
change
I'm
your
not
mind. I'm just saying
exactly.
what we felt. I felt about it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, I was probably caught up in the moment with the way I typed that. That was probably not all that fair, but probably caught up in the moment of the way things were going. But yeah, that
And
was
I get that being heated and you say things. I understand that
I,
part.
I did my dirty, and you know, I admit to it. You know,
Well, I do appreciate you admitting to it. At least we know. Like, and I really do hope we can just move on from this. But I have to be honest, Rebrand. It makes me just take a pause. You know what I mean? Because I don't think I'm gonna be like the itching powder, but it does make you think like, okay, I'm not doing wish list. But you get what I'm saying? Like it just makes me pause for a second. Like
maybe
I just
if I did a wish list and let you all go through and decimate it,
no.
that's a joke. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, no.
Okay. You guys, y'all chuckled. Okay.
Like I said, if you still feel that way today, I am not here to change who you are or what your makeup
Same.
is. It just come it hit
She
my
has put other
soul.
wish lists up since, and I haven't done that. Okay. Like I said, I don't know. I don't remember the context of when it happened, but it triggered the fuck
I'm
out
not
of
even going on the context of when it happened at this point. I don't want to like make you go back to that moment. I'm only going on
Right.
what the comment you made in Terry Lynn's chat. I'm
Same.
not trying to make you go back in time. I'm not trying to rehash something. It's only because this is the first that we've heard of. I've heard about it. I
Same.
know a lot of people are, you know, a little like, oh, that was her, you know, and because I'm telling you, other people were accused of that. So it's just
and
it's
and,
not.
and I didn't hang out in all the other chats back then, so I don't recall anybody else getting blamed for it. You
Well,
know,
you'd have to be in like RHs or like in that for I mean there was other chats that was talked about it, but I know they talked about it too. Um
yeah, and I wasn't heavily involved in all your chats back then. I didn't know you all that
right.
well back then, so you know, I wasn't aware, you know, who else or you know, if anybody else was getting blamed for, or I would have stepped up sooner. you know.
Well, to be like at the time, and as we've seen through the years, RH likes to, Tira is a hot topic. So yeah, a lot of us did think it was like someone like them, or they had someone do that just to mess with her because he gets off on messing with her. I'm not saying she doesn't have like critiques coming, but what he has done is so beyond the norm of anything rational. That's not on you. I don't even know why I brought it up. I'm going to drop it.
No, I know what you mean, and I did occasionally listen to Roadhog back then, and I don't even recall him talking about it. But also back then, I was going in and out of PTSD more, and I'm not blaming it on PTSD, but I may have heard something then, and I just don't recall it. And again, I'm not blaming
And that
it on
was the spark
PTSD.
for you. And
No, I'm not blaming it on PTSD. I'm just saying that.
no, I'm just saying, like,
was-
you combine that with, okay, I gotcha.
No, yeah, I just may not recall hearing something at that point in time because it may have been
I get what you're saying. Okay.
and I'm not recalling it. But if I would have heard somebody else getting blamed for it, I would have fessed up because I'm pretty good at taking my licks. If I deserve something, I'll take my licks.
Well, I appreciate you having the conversation, and I appreciate the conversations that we've had before, and I would like to continue those conversations, but I have to, I'm still processing this because it really did hit me a certain way. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
I haven't
What's
talked to
that?
her about this, and I felt the same way, and I haven't
Yeah.
talked to you about this at all.
Well,
So it was.
I guess I understand why you seem to have been a little distant last couple of days. I just saw this comment. I wasn't bragging on it on Popcorn's chat. We were in there. I'm trying to remember the context that it came up. I can't even remember the context. I can't.
Well, I
remember.
was rarely in Popcorn's chat, so I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, this was I can't even remember the context of the chat. I just remember.
Well, and I don't know about you. I don't think you were bragging on Popcorn. It was more on the Terry Lane comment that we felt like, you definitely, like you said, like you do it again. Like you were proud of yourself,
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. I'm trying to remember. This was back. It would have been a conversation about something about Tira. This is before everything had blown up. It would have been a conversation about Tira and a grifting conversation, and I would have mentioned it, but I don't think any of them believed it. I don't think any of them believed it, but I remember what's her face? Jugs was in there.
Oh, okay.
Jugs was in there. I don't remember who else was in there, but yeah, I don't remember who else was in there. But this was back early when she had first started that channel, her channel.
Yeah.
When she first started talking, when she was still doing, just some, minor cooking stuff when she had first started her channel. And, I was just trying to keep it friendly, trying to find some peace and harmony somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was back in the beginning, and it was chatty. So it would have been early, and it was definitely before I had started really, before I had really talked with you, B, before I knew everything that had happened with you.
Mm-hmm.
It was way back in the beginning.
That's what I was going to say. How do you keep it free? I don't know. I mean, it teach their own. And I've never said anybody where to go to or who to talk to. And I've still talked to people who talk directly to Popcorn. That's not my thing, and I'll never do it. And there's people in her group that are disbanded group, whatever you want to call it. I will never have anything to do with for the rest of my life. That's just
it was before I knew anything about
but
what
that's not anybody. I'm not putting that on anybody, but I just don't. People make peace to, or is it
Yeah,
to
it
be
it
part of
was
that, or
it
to
was
like,
it
I
was
don't get that. Never mind.
it was way, way, way before I knew anything that had happened with you. I mean, I
But
barely
I don't think you have to
recognized.
do anything to be, if you're saying it like to, I don't know how to explain what I'm saying, but it's not about, to be my friend, you don't have to be not cordial to those people. I just, you said the same thing I've heard from another person here about I had to make peace. I don't understand that piece to, unless you like being that dirty. And I don't mean you in particular. I'm saying, I don't, how do you go jump into the dumpster and get dirty with people just to have peace? I don't, that's something I can't wrap my
I was
head
coming
around.
when I did that, I was coming out of where her and Jugs had made a dumpster fire in
Oh,
Coley's
I
chat.
wasn't even talking about that. I'm
No,
sorry.
when they had made a dumpster fire in Coley's chat.
Yeah.
And I didn't
But I
That's
said
fine.
dumpster fire, and then you said, I'm like, I have none, but I don't know nothing about
and
dumpster.
I didn't know I didn't know too much of anybody anywhere else in the community in
Mhm.
the community area. Um, I was still trying to find my way around. I just needed somewhere to go in the evenings and during the day, trying to find somewhere to chat. I was dealing with my PTSD. I just needed somewhere where I can
You don't
go.
Well,
have
and you
to,
don't have to make excuses,
yeah.
Rebrand, for
I
going
feel
to
like we're
wherever you
both on
want.
the
Like
same.
none of
Yeah,
us have a problem with that.
yeah.
Like I don't want you to feel like you have to worry about that. You know what
Well,
I'm saying? Like,
this was a long time ago. I had no idea what they had done to B. In fact, I don't think I had talked. I don't think I had talked like 10 chats back and forth with you at that point in time.
Probably not. No.
So I didn't know anything back then. I just needed a place where I could land on occasion when I just needed to be able to chit chat with something besides my birds and my cats.
Mhm.
To some sort of human interaction that even if it was online, just some sort of an interaction that was
yeah,
not with a
it's
non-human.
important. Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, well, I recognize this name, and back then, I mean, they even tried. They're like, well, we saw you say we ruined Coley's chat, and I'm like, well, you did come in there and cause fucking chaos, didn't you? And you did this. Who invited you? And they're like, oh, okay. And then they didn't give me any more grief after that because I'm like, well, I'm not changing my mind about what you did in there,
Right.
and they were like, well, yeah, I guess we did. Okay. And they never gave me any more grief after that. And then it was just idle chit chat. And then, something with Tara came up and I says, yeah, well, I'm the one who did this. But I don't think they believed me because Coley had gone up on one of her lives and says, yeah, well, I did that, and I'm like, fuck
What?
you.
So
Yeah,
is that okay? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Is that what you meant in your post where you said in that crazy Tuesday? Okay, where
crazy
did
with K.
yours it says, and you may have been typo, but
The crazy
then
Tuesday.
that crazy Tuesday had the nerve to try to say she did it.
Yeah, crazy
I don't
Tuesday.
fucking think so. That was all me. I even fessed up on one of Popcorn's lives.
Yeah, crazy with a K. Tuesday as in cunt.
Okay, it doesn't
Okay.
have a K, so it just says Crazy Tuesday. So maybe it didn't take sometimes it changes before you.
No, I typed crazy with a K intentionally.
Okay,
So
Coley.
Tuesday
Okay,
Yeah, K for
okay.
Foley, I'm guessing.
I had no idea, but I'm just saying. I was like, who's Crazy Tuesday?
Yeah, I
Crazy
was
with a
wondering about that too. I'm like, I don't recall ever seeing that name. So, but
Tuesday. It said Tuesday instead of cunt.
K. Okay. I thought Tuesday was okay. I got that part. I didn't get the crazy
yeah,
K.
yeah. I gotcha. Okay, it makes sense now. I mean,
Anyway, I
yeah.
didn't mean to throw you off. I was just like that. I was like, what is Crazy Tuesday? I could not put
Yeah,
that
crazy
together.
Tuesday was the nice way of saying Coley.
Yeah, that's actually not bad.
I'm way
Just,
behind. I don't. If there's anything in chat, I don't see anything.
I
Forgive
can't see the
Lord,
chat, so
forgive Shelly. Just because you're in someone's chat doesn't mean you fully support everything. Okay.
Yeah, we're the chat is so far gone. Chris, you're saying I've done dirty.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, Chris, you said I've done way more dirty than you ever have. Well, I haven't tried to go off on everybody. I've gone off on you for a different reason. And if you want to discuss that, you could email me and we could talk about the dirty that I just did here versus how I've gone off on you. Feel free to email me and we could discuss that.
Hold up. Okay, I want to address Terry on some things only because she put it in chat. So earlier she said something and it's way up there because I want to address what she just said.
B, are you able to pull the messages up?
That you mean the chat?
So
there was one. Let me go. I'm gonna come back to the one she just did. So I don't want to say I don't want to ignore that. But where did it go? Now I have two dogs wanting in my lap. This is not gonna work. Okay, there we go. And it's just only because. So no. Were you not addressed in the group chat?
Step away for a minute. I'm sorry.
Okay. Were you not addressed in the group chat? Why are we even talking about the group chat like that? Is that what do we want to do that? Because I don't understand that. So then, was it your community post? Was it deleted? I'm not sure. There was one that tagged Shy. I got screenshots of. I understand your level of hurt and anger and things. I'm not saying anything about that, but why did you have to take a swipe at Shy about the skincare, the stuff she just had laying around and being uppity? And I'm just going to be honest with you, I've never heard Tira use that word in her life, but not saying she didn't, but that's just, it was like, this don't even sound right. But then you took a swipe at her, but then not only that, then a couple swipes at her, let's be honest. And then later on, you're like, and you don't even know what B's going through. And why was that brought up publicly? These are our private conversations. I did come out and, say what's going on in my household and with my husband and all that. So that's not, I have sense, but you did it before I did. So it's like unintended targets, not just and I don't think you at all addressed me in the, I hope not. But if you did, I thought you would come to me privately, but then I don't know anymore. But you have never said anything to me about content or non-producing content. But it's but react. Okay, I don't want to skip the other comment either. I'm not ignoring the other comment. I'm trying to, I don't at all want to negate your feelings on Tira. I'm not asking you to change your mind. I'm not asking you to be kinder to her or none of that, but you didn't have to go at Shy for what Tira did. And you didn't have to then add me into it because you were upset with Tira. So that was kind of, painful. Now I will, let me make sure. See, I don't get that. Shelly tormented me, but I'm not allowed to be upset that you're friends again. First of all, I accepted an apology. I'm not saying that I'm not going to say never, okay? Because I've learned my lesson in life that you say never, and things will force you to do something you don't want to do. But I'm not friends with Shelly again. I'm not doing that. So that's where you keep saying these things, and just because you say them, it's not true. So that's kind of, it's like, why do you get, and then it was constant. I don't want to talk about group chat, but there was questions asked and no, it feels like a constant thing. So it's just really hard to, but I don't think forgiving Shelly has nothing to do. I don't forgive her what she did to you. If anything that she's done to any other person on this earth, I don't forgive her for that. This is a me thing. And I'm not asking anyone to go support Shelly, go to her channel and watch all her videos and send her a super chat or what, I'm not asking for that. That's not what I am saying. I forgive her. I'm sorry.
And forgiveness for me anyway is for me, not for the other person. It's to let my anger go. That doesn't, mean I want to be friends with someone. It doesn't mean I'm okay with them. I'm not trying to speak for you, B. I'm just saying for myself, that's how I would feel. Like if I forgive someone, um, you know, I've had nothing more to do with Miss Abbott, in a really long time, and I don't wish anything awful. I truly wish her the best, but I have nothing left. I I don't mean to sound crass, but I don't care anymore. I don't want to. I'm just so done with the bull, and I think that's where you were at too, and also just wanting to like have peace for yourself. But I don't want to put words in your.
No, that was mine. Was my I have made peace with a lot of situations in my situation in
Yeah,
my YouTube situation.
yeah.
For my mental health, for my growth, for my reasoning, but it doesn't mean I accept certain things, or I what would the word be, that I'm not defending, like if Terry Lynn was hurt, I am sorry you were hurt by her. And I don't, if you don't like her, I don't care. That's not in, but okay. And then you just said this here, and so part of it, I understand what you're saying. I mentioned you because when does Tira keep up with anyone? And but why is it and I'm not trying to say, why is it your responsibility to make Tira keep up with anyone, or to tell her when she's not keeping up with anyone, when you're angry? Especially you were angry at Tira, so it was kind of more you used me to go at her than.
And I understand Terry being
I
angry.
gotta
I
grab a
don't.
drink of water. I'm just gonna step across the side of the room.
Okay. I can't see chat, but um, I don't blame Terry for being upset. I think she has the right to be upset, and I want to be there for her, for why she's upset. And I don't want her to feel like I'm not supporting her. And I'm not saying I don't see things the way that she does, because I do see some things the way that she does. I just don't see everything. And
Right.
I don't also feel like it's my place to tell anyone at all on how to live their life. I can give a suggestion, I can give a critique, I I can be upset and say, hey, this was effed up. You shouldn't have done that. I can do those things. But for me, I guess I just look at it as when I support someone, I'm accepting them for who they are, flaws and all. Now there's a line, right? Like if there's like some real crazy stuff happening, then no, I'll have to step away. But for me, that hasn't happened for me. I get that there's been craziness that has surrounded Tira, but not for me with her. Um, and and I like Tira. I don't know what to tell people. I know people question, how can you like her? Well, you know what? I can say two initials, RH, because I got real questions for a lot of people that used to hang out over there all the time, and how they could like that, how they could support that. But I didn't hold it against them. I was still friends with, a few people that were still active in that chat. I'm not anymore, but I was at one point, and I kept it separated. And so you can do that all across YouTube. You can say, I don't know how anyone can support that. And it's not that I've never said that word. Oh, I have said that about a few creators. The one that I just mentioned the initials of, I sure have said that a few times. But I also know the reality is, no matter what I think, um, creators of all sort are going to have support regardless. They're going to have people that support them or troll them or whatever it is. And I can't stop that. I'm not about to try and stop it. And if they want to support that person, go for it. I'm not going to be a part of that. That's all. Like I stepped away from the RH stuff like a long time ago. It's not that I've not paid attention when things have come up here and there. But I can't watch the man. I don't want to watch the man. Um, and I don't appreciate the way that his behavior is towards women. And it's not just Tira, this is across the board. So it's like, just take T out of the equation. So people could do that all day, is my point. And all I can say is either you just support them or you don't. Like, and you can have opinions and you can say your opinions about it and your feelings, and tell the person about themselves or tell them that you don't like them. That's the freedom that you have on YouTube, you know? And so sometimes I just don't understand. Like, I feel like I'm not saying this about anyone in particular, just saying across YouTube, I feel like some people don't like someone, and then it's like this mission of just wanting to destroy a person's life, and I don't get that.
No, I don't either. That's kind of where and I haven't tried to just, as much as people want to think that I have stalk accounts or done anything nefarious to people or whatever, I haven't. And
No.
I don't, it's not my ethics or morals. And that's kind of why this stuff hit me the way it did. But I'm not trying to take over. We got Rebrand's back, y'all. I'm not trying to take over. She said she's back. I put on screen. You weren't able to see it. But Pretend Fashionista wanted that comment. Miss Albert, did I say it wrong? It's Miss Albert Curls. Get it right. She wanted that.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry about that.
But okay.
Curls, Pretend Fashionista says it's Miss Albert. Get it right.
Yeah. B just put that up there, and I just said, "Oh yeah, I forgot." So next time I'll correct myself.
Terry Lynn. Okay, I want to first say, thank you, Terry Lynn, for being.
Thank you for covering all this, because you're keeping up better than I am.
No, I feel like I'm taking over your show, and I didn't. But you're getting watch hours, so you go.
Because I'm sitting here recovering after getting my ass reamed outside.
Well, it's not to do that either. I hope you don't really feel that way. But
no. Hey, I did dirty. I am getting what I deserve, so it's all good. It's all good as long as we get the air cleared and we could start with some good air fresheners around here. It's all good.
Really. I want to thank Terry Lynn for being a voice, but I want to also say I've never, and I hope I didn't go to you and say, "Oh, so and so's doing this to me." Go say so. I've never asked anybody to speak up for me. As a matter of fact, for most of that time that anything was truly going on, I asked people, don't speak for me or about me, because I just zero. So I don't want you to think that like I don't appreciate you, but I also have never wanted you to like fight for me. I can fight for myself, but it's what I choose to fight for. Thank you, babe. I'm sorry. He's talking to me.
Well, and I think with Terry, this is just my, like I feel like I know Terry and I are friends. I think Terry she sees some stuff that's hurtful for people that she likes and cares for and friends with, and she gets upset and she wants to say something. I'm not faulting her for that, but my only I guess critique would be like, I do know that B at that time had asked multiple of us, I'm assuming Terry also, like she just did not want to be discussed, because it was just, there was so much that was going on for B at that time, and she just it was I don't know how you dealt with it, but I do know it was a lot for you. And so, and I don't think Terry did it with the intention of trying to be disrespectful towards you. I think she really thought she was doing it as like your friend and like wanting to support you.
No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. Yeah.
No, right. I get what you're saying.
But it did get some bad repercussions from it. And people do think that I should support her as much as she supports me. And it's never been that I don't do that for anyone. I don't even do that for Tira. I mean, think about it. Reality, I don't. So, and White Russian, I want to say that I appreciate that comment. I've never asked anyone to like, that's why I feel so in the, like, people think just because I like her, you have to, and I'm not saying you in particular, but that right there, I appreciate that so much, that you can see that you need to distance yourself for your emotional well-being. If it's not worth it, right? I mean, that's my opinion. Like, if it's bothering you, then do not participate. Don't.
Well, and B, you and I have had to learn that too, where we had to stop watching certain people because it was just too triggering. And it, like, at least for me, I can say for myself, it would get me pretty worked up on some things that I would see out there. And I'm not just talking Tira, you know what I mean? I'm just talking in general, but especially for this part of the community, there was a lot of stuff going on. And I hope I have been vocal. I've been trying to be vocal for almost 5 years. Like, I get that Tira is not for everyone. Never expect someone to like someone just because I do. I've never wanted that ever. Because it's not genuine. But I also can be friends with people that don't see eye to eye with each other, or just point blank don't like each other. And
Mhm.
I just don't want that to change. And I am concerned about that, because I don't want that. And I don't want to be in the middle, but I also want to be a friend and be supportive, So I don't want to say, like, you can never talk about this person. I just think there's going to be a learning curve of balance on it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
On a serious note,
Hold
do
on.
I need a hand model?
No, get your hands out of there.
Hi,
for-
hubby.
Yeah.
Did you hear
He's-
that?
yes, they can hear you. Well, not really, but they know you're there. I was gonna say something and then I lost my train. He does this to me, sidetrack Sally over here. It was to Terry Lynn to be civil, but okay, how you feel about that? Does Bliss know you're not friends? Does it feels the same way when you talk about other people that are like and not just you, but I think for you it would be Shelly mostly. But then there was the Shannon Moore and other people in my members only, that because I spoke with Michelle Ma, whatever she goes by at this point. I'm not trying to, start anything. I'm saying that I don't know what to call her. When
Right.
she asked about my treatments when I was going through them, and she has some issues in her family that I explained my treatments. Like, people, oh, she's too friendly with her, and so I get what you're saying, but then it has come. It goes both ways. There's a two-way street there on those parts.
Well, and as a creator, I feel like there's also, I get you have the right, like, you have members like that are popping up on your channel, that and you're being respectful, and
Mhm.
not like buddy, but you're being respectful. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either, as the creator of keeping the channel in check, I
Mhm.
guess, And even it doesn't matter if it's Ma or whoever, but you come off harsh, and someone that's coming across your channel thinks, oh gosh, is this the way she treats her members? I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, true. But I mean, she to me, I'm not saying like it makes anything, but she's been respectful. She hasn't been
yeah, she
doing the
has.
beef streaming, and I'm not saying like that makes a whole lot of difference. I don't want to make that out there, but she didn't come at me sideways. She asked me a question
Right.
about treatment of all things, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read some of your. It's not fair to ask her to speak for Bliss. Okay. I get what you're saying, but there's like backstory to the thing either. Then don't ask me to speak for anybody either. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to click through some of the comments here because
No, that's okay.
I'm way behind on them. I'll be honest with you.
Well, until you put them up on the screen like that, I
You
couldn't
can
read
see
it.
them.
Now I can see them.
Yeah, they are in like a 0.6 font over there on the other one.
Well, especially when I'm on my phone, it's like, even if I have my face right up to my phone, I still can't. Like, I see symbols, like, but I can't make out any words.
Mhm.
So I appreciate you putting them up on the, like you are with the screen like that, because then I can read them then. Because I don't, if there's anyone talking in the chat, I don't want anyone to think that I'm ignoring if they ask something, or have a comment or want to, I don't know. I just don't want people to think like I'm just being rude because I can't see anything. But
Right.
Rebrand's been doing a good job, and so have you, be like making sure, like, if someone does say something, letting me know.
Well, I'm so boring and hated. I don't usually have 20 people in the chat, so I have to get used to this.
Well, I don't.
You're speaking.
I
Hold up.
wouldn't say.
With all due respect, I asked Terry Lynn a question. I didn't ask you a question. That's not fair, in my opinion. Do you see? I mean, like, this can go on all day. I don't think you're in the dynamic of who I'm talking to. So,
Ouch. Where'd curls go?
You kicked her. No, I'm just kidding. I said that the other day. I'm joking.
Uh-oh. The Antichrist is calling.
She probably hit the button. Who is the Antichrist? What are you talking about?
Oh, Brooke, I wasn't referring to you. That was a snarky comment. That was a snarky comment because I heard earlier this evening that nobody likes me and that my
But see,
content
okay,
is all boring.
we got to stop hearing what, because I don't know how this has come about, but I've heard it from more than one person, and it does hurt your feelings. I'm not saying it does hurt your feelings,
No, I'm you know what?
but no, this not just you,
9
but
years
someone
old.
else has said that they didn't like them, or that, and I think that's where a lot of pain comes from, is that people throw something for somebody else where it's not even their own feeling. So
What?
they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to hurt you.
I laughed when I heard that, B. I'm
You know.
59 years old. I know I'm an odd duck. I know that. I've lived for over 30 years with PTSD. I
Mhm,
know how that makes me. It makes me an odd duck. I know that.
right.
You know, that I laughed when I heard that.
I'm not saying you're an odd duck. I just agreed because I got so much going
No.
on in my room right now.
No,
After I heard myself play it back, like, yeah, you're an odd duck. No, that's not what I meant.
No, I said that. I know that about myself.
I know. I just agree. I didn't mean to agree like
I,
that.
I'm a peculiar type of person. I know that.
I did not. I was just like, a dog was mine, and he's painting over here, and I was like, I didn't. Then I was like, I
So,
heard myself back. Sorry.
Yeah, I laughed when I heard that. I know I have a peculiar type of personality. It's not for everybody. Tell me something I don't know about myself. Go ahead. I'll wait. You know, and you know, my content's not for everybody. You know, that's why there's a bazillion different channels on YouTube. Okay.
Mhm. There's
You know,
millions of them.
yeah. So okay. And I'll wait. So yeah, I just had to laugh at that, you know. Okay. So yeah, there was nothing that was said that was hurtful for somebody with thin skin. You know, yeah, I had to laugh at that. So yeah, I was making a funny back about it. So yeah,
Mhm.
you know, if I was making my channel, if my channel was about trying to make money and I had thin skin, that still wouldn't have bothered me because what she said was true. Well, no, it wasn't true that nobody likes me and that I'm boring. Um, it was true that I'm a different type of person and my content's not for everybody. Hello. Everybody's content's not for everybody. That's just a fact of life, right?
That's how I feel about all these other people that everybody's upset about, though. It's not for everybody. I get that. So pick another channel. If you, I mean, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do, but it's like, why are we still, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
done.
come
I'm done
back
with the,
tomorrow. I'm going to do a whole
You-
live on chicken belly button lint out of one of my cats.
okay, you do that.
Yeah, that should be exciting.
What happened to doing your nails? Did you forget to do your nails?
No, I had a bit of a migraine off and on all day today, so I didn't pull out my nail stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
IQ. I got
So.
Mm-hmm.
I shall do that. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. You and I don't know when we're doing our exciting live.
I still need it's a good thing we've done this, that this happened when I wasn't expecting it, because I kind of, we need to clear some air, because that issue
I figured as much.
had some effect on, not in a,
Your short stuttering responses kind of clued me that something was going on.
well, I mean, I got a lot going on too, so it's not only, what are you doing? Sorry.
Yeah, I know
He's
you have
bored.
a lot
He's flickering
but
flashlights at me. Sorry.
you were more short and stunted than usual.
Okay.
Yes, I picked up on that.
People have accused me of doing something, not that, but you know, I mean, accused me of doing some things, and it's painful because that's the farthest from me, you know, so it just, when you I was
Thank
like,
you.
no, no. W-
Thank
Can
you.
would you like
We're
to
friends
take a
with
leave?
that.
Explain yourself because nobody told you to leave a chat, did they?
What?
Did someone tell her to leave the chat?
No, she's making a statement.
Well, then there's no statement to make if nobody told her to leave the chat.
And I saw earlier Brooke said that something about getting kicked out, and she was surprised she didn't get kicked out. Why would I kick her out?
The only person that's blocked on my channel is Chris.
And clearly Chris wasn't blocked on here because she hasn't been on
No.
my channel before, and she
Mm-mm.
did not come in like a raging bull in a china shop. So I
There,
didn't have a reason. And
no.
I did tell her when she got here, I don't remember the exact words, but it was basically be cool. And, I really shortened that. I said a little bit more than be cool, but she was fine while she was here. So there was no reason to, go ahead and block her because it was just her and Terry when she got in. So, ow. Look, Terry's friend is here. Looky. Terry's buddy just came
Oh,
up.
stop. She hates that. Close it off.
He just jumped up here. That's Terry's buddy.
She does not like that.
I have no idea why you think that I would have done that, Brooke. I'm not sure why. I read that earlier, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, I must have missed something. Clearly, I missed something. I'm not sure why you think I would have blocked you, but okay. My thins. I got a layer of fat in here. My skin's not that thin, so I'm not sure why I should have blocked you. So, oh hey, see this?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you guys a little heads up for what's coming up. This is my hers ring. Wait till it shows up on my screen here. This is the poor man's version of the Aura ring. I'm poor after last week. But I bought it last month when I wasn't poor. It's like let me take the cover off it. It's like the Aura ring. And it doesn't cost $300. And I've had it for almost a month now. And I'm going to do a review on it. So I like it better than wearing my Apple Watch, because my Apple Watch was getting banged up on everything, and it leaves a big ring on my wrist from the sun. Tan lines.
Yeah. I had to I've got Apple now, but I had the Fitbit Versa. We swapped. I have his Apple, he has my Fitbit Versa. But anyway, the bands, I had to switch to the woven, the material cloth. What is it called? Stretchy.
Uh-huh.
I had to switch to that because it was breaking my wrist out.
I have a smaller watch that I had bought that I like, but I saw this, and when it was I think this, and with the I paid separate for the charging case instead of just the cord.
I remember when you got that. Just
Yeah, I got the case first. I was like, where the hell's the ring? The ring came the next day, I think it was. But anyway, everything, including the charging case, or you could just use the cord. I think I paid like $79, right around there for it. No subscription fee. It's got a nice little app. I'm real pleased with it so far. I wanted to wait until I had like a month to try it out before I did a review on it. But I like that there's no subscription fee for it. And I'm going to do a review on it and let you all know how it works. But you do have to size it, so you'll need to know your ring size, and you use one of your three middle fingers for it. Either hand. I would suggest non-dominant, but I'll talk about that in a review. And
one of your three. Okay.
Yeah, one of your three middle fingers.
I only have two middle fingers, but I got what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't put it on your little finger or your thumb.
He's laughing at
yeah, but yeah, I want to do a review on it, and I like because I don't like wearing watches. It is waterproof, so I've been wearing it when I do dishes. I don't know why I took it off when I took a shower. You know, automatically I take jewelry off when I take a shower, probably why. But I've been wearing it when I do dishes and everything else, and no problems with it. But yeah, I'll do a review on it. I think I need to wait another week, and I'll show you all the app that goes with it. Um, Nice little thing, and I like it much better than I do the Apple Watch and the other watch I have. And again, that's because I don't like wearing a watch, because then keep checking the time on it. I got to do a review on that. The purple box right there is a I-cord winder for when you need yarn cord, and I got to do a review on
I had
that.
you on mute. I'm over here agreeing with you, and I had you on mute. I apologize.
Yeah. I like that. Well, I've seen the reviews on it, but I'll do a review on that versus using my Addy I-cord winder, and I have another I-cord winder, but it looks really cool, so I can't wait to do a review on that. I got something else I need to do a review on, boring stuff like that. I have a little crochet project that I'm working on. It was in my live. Oops, I just unraveled part of it.
I don't have any spells.
Look at that. I'm doing a crocodile stitch.
Do you have any spells? I don't do spells anyway, but
Spells? Who's talking about spells? See my crocodile stitch on my crochet?
uh-huh.
You're excited, aren't you?
I am. You did
should
a great crocodile stitch.
You should be, because you're going to be learning crochet soon, whether you want to or not. You don't want to.
No pressure.
Great. The kitten's going after my dog now. You're going to be learning crochet. Anybody in the audience here? We got 18 watching. Any crocheters here? Put a 1 in the chat if you crochet. Come on, let's see all those ones. Hey, Acid. I don't know who you are.
They just created their account. They have 0 subscribers.
And they're calling us a hag.
Yeah.
Which one's the old witch?
Do what?
Oh, it must be me since I'm on the screen.
I asked if you know any spells. I don't know any spells.
Oh, I must be the swamp monster. Ooh, okay. I can take that. Oh, that's okay. We can handle that around here. Okay.
Oh, you're superior to who? Acid.
Okay. You're superior. Outstanding. We love superiority around here.
Yeah.
Outstanding. We love superiority complexes around here. Oh, I am the grandmother. My grandmother's dead. Thanks for asking. But I am the grandmother.
Oh.
So no crocheters? No, how about knitters? No crocheters, no knitters in the chat?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I can take care of that.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Oh, I could have done it. They were
Wrinkly. I earned every one of my wrinkles. Thank you very much. Oh, Jello, I do some quilting, and so does Terry. Terry's got a phenomenal quilting machine. Of course, we've never seen it, but she has it.
I did it. Sorry. Do you want me to undo it?
Oh, I did the mother's curse on my children when they were teenagers. So we got the curse. We're mothers here. We got the curses on you, asshole.
You can only see it over here. They can't see it in the other chat now.
Yes, she has a long arm. Oh, we got message deleted now.
They're out there for 24 hours. They put them in the corner.
Oh, I could see. Okay, I can only see them in
Go
StreamYard.
stand in the corner. I let them have their little fun, but
Wasn't
if
bothering
you
me.
have to create a channel for just that reason, yeah.
Yeah. So it's somebody that we know that wants to just give me a hard time. Who do you think it is?
I don't. I have no idea.
Hmm. So bothered not.
Acid V8. Acid Vate you. I don't know. I can't come up with weird names like that. Uh-oh. What?
Bananas, lots of potassium. You know what else has a lot of potassium in it? Sweet potatoes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So if you are not a member, Brooke, hit that subscribe button because we're going to be doing a nice long discussion on sweet potatoes. Both B and I. We have 5 different varieties. We're going to be
It's not
talking about.
members though. It's just subscribe to the channel and get notifications.
Yes, subscribe for notifications.
There you
Yeah, I don't have members. Crazy community. Yes. We talk about all kinds of good things. And Brooke, I am a certified master gardener, and we're going to be talking about some gardening stuff because it is that season. It's coming up on that season. And here's a really, really, this is not a well-known fact about me. I'm going to share it. It's a secret though, so you can't tell anybody else. I like to eat. I know, hard to believe. And that means that I have to cook. And as a master gardener, I know how to use stuff that comes out of the ground or that is grown from the ground. And actually, if it has 4 legs or even 2, I can kill it to cook it too. It's a hell of a thing. I know. Oh, I grow all kinds of things, Brooke. But yeah, I'm going to show you how to start sweet potatoes because you don't just drop a sweet potato in the ground. There's more to it. You have to grow slips from it. But yeah, I have in my possession right now. I don't think B has them yet, or do you? B?
I don't have my list.
Okay, well,
Do I need to get a pen?
that's because you didn't get my message, follow-up message.
I might have.
Okay.
I'm sorry you're sick, Terlyn. I hope you can keep it down. She's talking about liquid IV to keep down.
I know.
Okay.
I ignored that when I told her to come on live because
Okay.
I wanted her to come on live. I have 5 different sweet potatoes. I have all organics. I have sweet orange. I have organic reds, organic whites, Japanese purples, or Japanese whites. The popular, which Japanese do I have be the popular ones? You know which ones.
I think they're whites, but I don't really know.
Yeah, they're the Japanese popular ones. And I have purple Stokes. Has anybody here ever seen a purple Stokes sweet potato?
No, are they like purple potatoes? Do they like get really, really dark purple?
When you well, I'll tell you what, after you cook them, when you cut them open, they are a brilliant. Let's put it this way. If you look at Terry Lynn's icon,
Mhm.
that violet purple at the top of her icon is
Right.
the color of a purple Stokes sweet potato.
Have you ever had the bag of fingerlings, the mixed medley or whatever it is, and it has the white and the red, yellow, maybe yellow, I don't know, but then the purple ones are in there?
Yes, and those purple ones never seem to stay really, really brilliant purple.
Oh, I got some, oh gosh, a little bit ago. And not a little bit ago, like a month ago before Thanksgiving, and they were so purple. So purple. He was
they
like, "Why is
stay-
there
did they
purple
stay purple?
potatoes in here?"
Did they stay purple after they were cooked?
They did, yeah.
Okay.
I had to eat all the purple ones because he was like, "Why are there purple potatoes in our potatoes?"
I must have had a different variety shipped the last time I picked them up because they just seem to be more like a pastelish.
Mine were the bright, but so that's what I'm looking for if I find purple.
No, I haven't grown regular potatoes, and I have the potato bags. I
No, the
need to do
Stokes,
that.
the purple Stokes. They're gonna be purple.
Oh yeah, they are a brilliant. They're almost neon purple. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they're delicious. And you and I need to discuss on how we want to prep them. And yeah, so we need to have that conversation now that you're talking to me again. Thank you.
White Russian says COVID's been going around, but I know we've had flu A, I believe, around here. So.
I read about that on Fox, the new variety that's going around. It's supposed to be pretty vicious.
I mean, we knew it was mostly over Christmas, right before Christmas and after Christmas.
Yeah.
It was flu A all over here.
So I would recommend everybody have bone broth brewing, and as much as you can, and keep some in the fridge and drink some every day. Just bone broth, and then obviously season it however you want. With make a nice potato to season it with. Or I'm sorry if you're not familiar with what a potato is. Mirepoix is what some other people call it. Us Dagos call it a potato.
You make me Google something every time I talk to you.
Sorry. You don't know what a mirepoix or a potato is?
I don't think so.
It's the trifecta that every good meal starts with. The Italians call it a battuto. French and I forget who else, but it's onions, celery, and carrots. If you're Cajun, it's onions, celery, and bell peppers.
Okay, I'll go with the onion, celery, carrot.
Yeah, but that's sauteed.
I don't hate bell peppers, but I just would rather have that.
Yeah, but the Cajuns like to use the bell peppers instead. But yeah, your typical mirepoix or potato is the onion, celery, and carrots, diced up and sauteed. That's the golden rule to start any good meal.
Definitely.
Hey, Amanda. Nice to see you.
Anyone who's in chat or was in chat, I want to say hello. I just kind of come in and started talking, and we talked to other people. People have been talked to, but hello to everybody in chat.
Yeah, Amanda's here. Amanda just got here. We could leave now.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It's time to go. Amanda's into the room. We got to leave the room. No, I'm just kidding.
Terry, some bland white rice and some bananas will help dry you up a little bit. I don't know if I said that earlier in my hastiness to get this rolling.
Isn't that the brat diet? Bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. The first two usually work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But White Russian, I don't recall seeing you anywhere. So how did you end up in the chat here? I'm sure I'm just, because it's the @ signs, I probably know you by a different name.
She's White Russian. I mean, I know the letters. You know how it does the @ with all the extra things, but she's always been White Russian.
Okay.
I don't want to pinpoint her to anywhere, but I met her in Tira's community. I mean, but she's been around other places too. I'm not saying, but that's where I
see. I don't usually. Well, I'm never in her chats over there, so that's probably why I'm just not placing the name.
Okay, so skip the freaking applesauce, okay? Ew, I don't do applesauce.
Barry, do you like apples?
Oh, Brooke, same. Does that mean same as in the apples or White Russian?
Okay, you like apples? Okay, make some homemade chunky applesauce, because the pectin in the apples is good for the gut, and the warmth of it, when it's warm, it works differently in the gut.
Mhm.
And I know it's going to get warm. If you eat it raw, it's going to get warm when it goes down, but it works differently when it's already warm, and it changes the chemical makeup of the pectin. Okay, I'm not explaining this right, but trust me on this. So if you dice up the
Well,
apple,
not right now. Not right now. Not right now.
if you
She
dice up, no,
doesn't feel good right now.
if you dice up the apple, put a sprinkle of cassia cinnamon on it, and cassia, trust me on this, and then just microwave it, just enough to warm it up, and let it sit for a few minutes, so that it all has a chance to do its little chemical change there. I'm not talking hot. And then you'll let it cool like that, and then microwave it again just to get it warm, not hot, just warm. It's going to soften it up. We're not talking mush. It's not getting mush. It's not liquefying. You're going to get a little bit of liquid on it because the apples are going to start to seep a little bit, and then eat it like that. It's not apple sauce. It's not all liquidy, but it does have a little bit of liquid to it because the apples are releasing some of the pectin in it. And then eat it like that. And that's going to go down, and it works soothing. Or just start smearing it onto some toast that way, and you get your at that way. Thanks for answering that, White Russian. I don't watch Tira's chat, so it's not ringing a bell right off the bat, but thank you for coming to visit. I appreciate you being here. Maybe I've seen her in Terry's chat. Brooke, do you like apples?
She said no. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't like. Brooke said she doesn't like applesauce.
Okay.
But if you like apples, Amanda, being a grandma is the best revenge ever. If your kids are ever an asshole to you, they're the grandbabies are the best revenge ever. So congratulations.
Give them the loudest toys. Send them home.
And finger paints. Lots and lots of finger paints.
Nope, no apples for her.
Okay. Well, no apples for you then.
Congratulations, Amanda. Okay, I'm gonna take White Russian's advice. Congratulations, Amanda. Wherever you're telling you how to seek revenge on your child.
Okay, Amanda, you definitely have to stick around here because we will teach you how, and B's going to help. We'll teach you how to crochet or knit a layette set.
I can't crochet or knit. Knit.
You're going to learn. You're going to learn.
I can do embroidery. I saw Terry Lynn talk about embroidery somewhere up there.
And you know what, B? Wildflower said she would come and help. So she's going to help teach you too. See?
And I can cross stitch.
Oh, you can cross stitch a nice little picture to hang up in her nursery. See, there you go. I have a nice cross stitch pattern to hang up in a nursery that I've had for about 40 years. It's still in a bag somewhere.
I have some in frames that are already done. Can I take the name out and start over?
Well, hey, you know what? Whatever works.
Take the name, weight, and stuff off of there and just fill it in.
Your daughter is 6 weeks today, and you're going to be a grandma?
No, 6 weeks pregnant. I'm assuming.
Okay. That was taking a second. That didn't work.
Brooke said the same thing.
White Russian, I have so many coloring books. My occupational therapist talked me into getting coloring books. And I can't remember the name of the artist, but she's famous for her coloring books. I have so many of her coloring books, and you know what? They really, really help with my anxiety and panic until they started making more anxiety and panic from all the room they take up sitting on my shelf. But damn, they look good sitting on my shelf. And I have so many colored pencils. I have all of the what are those spider ones?
I don't do
the spider brand, the brand that had the Black Widow. I have all the Black Widow colored pencils, and I have a bunch of other colored pencils, and yeah, they take up a lot of room in my drawer.
Mm.
But yeah, the amount of coloring books I have sitting on my shelf cause anxiety from the amount of room they take up just sitting there. Ugh.
How did you keep me up this late?
I didn't do it. You're the one that said, send me a link.
I
Link.
did.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you didn't say send me a link. You just put link.
Link.
Yes.
I could have like just jumped in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, why are you asking for a link? You could just jump in.
I didn't want to just like intrude. It was I had to knock first.
Well, like, you have unlimited permission to just intrude.
Yeah, well,
You could have, but
I wasn't in the storm in your house without knocking kind of mood.
you know what? Girls didn't come back.
She texted me and said she couldn't find the stream. She said, did she end it? I can't find the stream. And then I sent her the stream link because I don't have it was on my
Yeah.
phone.
Okay,
And
because it kind of feels like she left with things unfinished. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're copacetic or not. I think we are, but
Yeah.
I hope we are, because I did so enjoy, our talks. I hope we're copacetic.
She probably got tied up, and then it's late for us.
Yeah. I hope we got things resolved. So I'd like to think that we did.
But I'm gonna have to jump off because I'm exhausted. We've had another busy day. I wasn't just ignoring you for the fun of it, but
I get it. I get it. As long as we've got things resolved.
I mean, I hope so. Like I said, I'm not trying to change your mind, but at some point you have to say something, and other people were already talking about it, so I didn't want to co-sign and like double team you. That was not the plan. That wasn't the thing, but because I'd want to talk to you privately, but I just needed you to know that doesn't align with my doing. It just doesn't.
It's better to get it out, and you might as well dogpile me all at once. Not that that's what it was. No, that was not a good choice of words. It's better to get it out. I mean, it's like a bad fart, get it all out. Yeah, not another poor choice of terminology. But no, it was better that we cleared the air on that. Hopefully we got the air cleared. Or do we still need to talk?
No, it is what it is. I just had to at some point, because we're doing collabs together and stuff, that I needed you to know. And I kind of want other people to know. I didn't want to like go straight on my channel and say, I don't agree with what she said or did, or, that's not the approach that's not where I was coming from. But I wanted to let you know that, that's kind of detrimental to what I stand for, I believe in. And it's not just because it's Tira. I'm just saying that in general, I don't do those actions that people would like to put on me. So that just really, I don't want to be aligned with that, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. I understand that. And, I owned up to my dirty,
So Terry says your feelings are valid though, Rebrand. And I agree, your feelings are valid. I just had to, I don't align with that.
Thanks,
that was
Terry.
my theory, or what I wanted to get my point across, that it took me for I was Godsmacked, you know what I mean? I was like, well,
Right. I understand that. It is what it is. It happened. And he said, I don't remember the context of what brought that, what caused it, what instigated that. I don't remember the context anymore. I remember I did it. I said what I said. It is what it is. And I hate when people say that. So I'm sorry if that I just said that because I know I hate when people say that to me. But I did it. I owned up to it. I'm sorry somebody else got blamed for it. I don't know what else I could say at this point,
Mm-hmm.
you know. We adulted.
Yeah.
Brooke just said that. I'm just repeating her. Let me highlight that. Brooke
It's true.
just said that. Yeah, we adulted. You know, yeah, it's we adulted. Oh, you know, not to change the subject, but I just happened to glance up. You know, I looked where, you know, what we just put on the screen.
Mhm.
You said you can never see how many people are in your. Oh, you know what? Never mind.
Only in a members. Can you turn that down a little bit? Can you hear his thing?
I occasionally hear something in the background. And
Okay,
yeah,
so it's not like picking up on the mic though. I mean, it
No.
had okay.
you know exactly what I was just going to say because you were just going to say only inner members, and yeah,
Yeah.
you know exactly what I was just going to say. So
Yeah, in members you cannot see how many people are in the chat unless they're. I mean, just by them chatting. Like I can say, "Oh, Brooke's here and so's here," but that number up there that you see, it just
Yeah.
has the live time up there.
yeah, that's
no.
I was just going to say I know, and then right as I said that, and you got, and then I'm like, oh, this is not a members only. So yeah. See, that's why you're smart. So
All right, I'm gonna have to go.
okay,
It's good talking to you.
unless it's always good. Unless anybody else has anything to say, let's see if anybody else has anything to say real quick that you may need to address as well. Then we could just close out the chat. Is that okay?
Mhm.
I'm a gaslighter. I'm a gaslighter now.
No, this is she said it earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Okay.
Just
We're all
don't know when
good.
she came in.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have anything to say for B before she leaves, and for me? And then no, we'll go ahead and gaslight. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and finish up the chat. We've been in here for almost 2.5 hours. I'm properly chafed, and
Oh, now it's gonna be being curls beat up on rebrand.
nope. Properly reprimanded, properly chafed. I'm going to go and get my CeraVe and lather up. And everybody that participated tonight, thank you very much. Much appreciated. And let me see who's still here. Oh, we only have Brooke, Pretend Fashionista, and Terry in here, besides B, of course. We got Curls in here. White Russian. Chris, thank you for coming in here and behaving. That was much appreciated. Chicago. Amanda. Congratulations.
Good night, y'all. Have a
Yeah.
good evening.
And there's a couple others that were in here, but everybody else that we missed. Thank you so much. B, thank you for coming up here. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll talk with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.